We are living in times जहाँ पे our connection with the soul is kind of lost. The concept of us having a soul and the world having a soul is somewhat getting dead and diminished. Uh, the soul, I would say, is the part which is self reflecting, which has very morals and is thinking about others, has that empathy thing. But we've kind of trapped ourselves in a place where we've become consumerist, purchasers, materialistic, superficial, right? Most of the population, we also have that a part of it since we're a part of the collective, our own desires, etc. Again, that should be looked upon, though. We cannot just diminish them, otherwise, we'll just act out from that place, the unconscious place. Uh, and we see that largely, right? This diminishment of the soul. The conversation surrounding cheating, open relationships, emotional, non-emotional cheating, physical cheating, etc. that we've seen in the mainstream. I hear things as well. I don't watch these shows, but I know I'm kind of aware of the gossip that's kind of going around the conversations, general awareness. Um, and I wanted to pick on this topic, right? So don't see, when we just see this physical vessel, we tend to abuse it, and that's what a lot of young people will go through an experience while listening to these things, while seeing these things being promoted by the mainstream media. But eventually they'll come to the understanding of the wounding that they're causing to their own body and to other individuals as well. How this temporary casual, or whatever we call it, is stemming, casual hookups, etc., is stemming from a place of trying to fulfill a void within, an emptiness, a lack of meaning that we have for this existence, which has become based around consumerism, escapism, emptiness, lack of meaning that we have is being compensated by consuming, right? Experiencing bodies, going from one lover to the other, no strings attached, etc. And a guy doing that is like very immature. Honestly, I've been that in that space as well. And it's constantly a person who's addicted. It's a guy who's addicted. You could watch my last videos as well, video on it. The addict who's going from one high to the other, and it's more of a responsible man, a mature person who finds their lover and stays with them. And then there are other things as well. I don't want you to just find someone and just go quickly with it, but just develop yourself, develop your soul, and let the other person also develop, find the right kind of person. So that's a totally different topic. I don't want to go into that. But just listen up. So a guy was very immature in that sense and is wounding their partner, wounding the person, because the woman, eventually, the woman who are being sold this idea that, oh, your body is this, go have, um, indulge with any man that you want, and you're free and freedom. That's completely BS. And anyone who's experiences this is like pro woman message, that you're letting your body being used, then, right? You're being wounded, all of that will stay in your body. We talk about the soul. I started the video with that. So all of the trauma, the hurt, it's being exchanged there. Like, what is the science behind it? I can't tell you about the science right now, though. But tons of readers and stuff, you can go back in the day, like 50 years ago, psychology books, pick them up, young and other people, and you'll get to know about it, right? If you're just using your physical body as like a vessel, have a conversation, I would say, to many women who are somewhere around, who've experienced life around the midlife, and they'll tell you better. But again, it's this video is not about shaming you, shaming people's choices. I've gone through my own share of experiences as well, and I feel those experiences shape us. What I'm telling you right now is through those experiences, and it's vital we learn from it. So you would also learn from it, right? Maybe you're not resonating with the videos right now, you might with the message right now, but you might come in later. That's totally fine, and that's why this is totally non-judgmental. I'm not judging my past self, right? And the person I may act out as when I'm in my lower self, when I'm acting out from my unconscious. I would say, my small self, that little version of yourself that you're not very proud of, right? It still remains within, which is acting out from their past wounds. So having these realizations and knowing, just seeing the mainstream media as that, you know, what is being, just being cautious of it, and just coming back to your own self. That's the idea. It should be a reminder always that anything that's moving you away from yourself through escapes and these cheap pleasures, temporary pleasures, which just disappear, are making you run away from yourself. And you got to be watchful of the mainstream, right? That's the entire thing. That's the message. um, I've been watching a lot of these shows, India Got Talent, etc., but it has nothing related to India, right? The roots of it, the culture, etc., which has again been promoted as rubbish, I would say. The presentation of it through mainstream media is totally wrong. um, it's more of identification than the cultural values and the meaning, the mythology, and the meaning that it signifies in today's existence, the truth, rather than the kind of talk about identification. Oh, I'm this religion, and I'm proud of it. I wear this color, etc. That's not the reality of it, and that is something that turns off the newer generation from coming close to it, because we see such preachers, these unfinished human beings, who are wounded themselves and have become um, these preachers, of religion and spirituality, when it is such a wrongful presentation. Um, the advertiser of the message is so wrong that how would you advertise it properly? That's the conversation. Um, but that's the message of the video. Of I think in this video I've kind of summed up a lot of what's kind of going on right now. But again, there's no shame, judgment to it. I've kind of gone through it as well. But again, I would still remind a message for guys in that sense, right? Look within, right? This ejaculatory process that you're looking for quickly with a partner or by yourself. What is it making you avoid? What is it helping you to escape from? Is it your own reality, a temporary pleasure, and you feel empty suddenly? So don't shame yourself. There's an unconscious bit within you that wants you to do it. But again, the conscious will, you gotta just have a dialogue with it, right? You could use that. Don't become a renunciate. You cannot directly, but if you suppress it, it'll just act out in a very unconscious, unhealthy way. But channelize it. Maybe look for love, right? A healthy relation. But that just depends on you. That's the message. Um, if you feel like sharing something, if you feel like connecting with me, just drop down a message in the comment section. Share the video if you feel it might resonate with other people around you. Thank you for watching.